Planting the 2014 corn crop in the United States got underway in April, but the planning for this year's crop goes back even further, as this farmer explains.
We begin to make planting decisions for the following spring. We begin actually at harvest time. First thing we look at is what the yield results are for different varieties. We compare those and then look how that income at that particular time is comparing with what the alternatives are, which for us is soybeans. So already in the fall, at the beginning of harvest, so clear back in September, we're beginning to make plans for spring.
Planting decisions include everything from profitability trends to fertilizer prices to crop rotation plans, but science and data from precision agriculture are involved as well. Nebraska farmer Dave Nielsen notes that his decision-making process also includes yield and soil maps.
We map every field on our farm. We have for about the last 3 or 4 years, and we use the history of those yield maps to correlate what has worked well in the past and what we believe will work well in the future. We also do extensive soil testing and nutrient levels of our soil to determine what population we want to plant and what varieties in certain fields we want to plant.
Precision-based agriculture is used by many farmers these days and really helps them operate more efficiently and sustainably. Some farmers may also consider the export marketability of their crop as part of their decision-making process, as this farmer in Ohio explains.
We have a good fortune here in that our rootworm problems are pretty minimal, and so most the traits that are of concern today surround rootworm genetics, and so we've been able to stay away from those at this point until all approval's there. Some folks don't have that luxury, and we need all the new traits we can get.
Once planting time comes, weather becomes a big factor. Farmers are always asked if it's a normal year in terms of weather. Kansas farmer Terry Vinduska has a great answer for that.
In Kansas, there's no such thing as a typical year. It seems like we're either too wet, too dry, too cold, too something.
This year across the Corn Belt, it was too cold and too wet.
We're about 2 weeks behind on our planting, but in a normal spring, maybe the corn would be maybe this high right now, and if you saw some of the pictures, right now our first planted corn is just coming out of the ground. So not to worry, a little bit warmer June or July or August could make us on schedule to have a normal harvest. It could even be earlier than normal. The summer weather is the big factor.
Dave Nielsen said he was a couple of days behind in planting, with cool, wet weather keeping him out of the field early in the season. Yet he wasn't concerned.
American farmers with the capabilities we have these days, we can plant a lot of corn in a hurry.
As this chart from the National Corn Growers shows, Dave was right. As weather improved, American farmers caught up to the 5-year average, with many farmers wrapping up planting by the end of May.